Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Monday Madness show. Today we're going to go a little bit bigger than normal with our vintage baseball card pack openings. We do have a couple additional packs that don't really have a whole lot of right now. I do have not a very valuable set here, but I do have 1991 Donruss Series 2, along with the 91 Score Series 1, 88 Tops, a 91 Studio, 92 Studio, 1990 Fleer, and 1990 Donruss. So none of those are high value packs. Don't really expect to see much in there, but we're just going to open them up just to see what we get. Our next tier level up, a little bit better. Still don't expect to get a lot out of these, but we're going to open up a 1988 Score, a 1989 Score, a 1990 Tops, looking for the Frank Thomas. Hopefully find a no name on front, but highly doubt that. 1990 Upper Deck, some pretty decent rookies in that, as well as a chance to find the Reggie autograph. 1988 Fleer, still looking for Edgar Martinez, maybe another Glavin and Matt Williams. 1988 Donruss, looking for Roberto Alomar and Tom Glavine rookies. And then 1990 Score, again looking for Frank Thomas, as well as Bo Jackson football baseball. In our next tier up, we go a little bit more exciting here. 87 Donruss with the potential to get a Bonds, Larkin, or Bo Jackson rookie. 1990 Bowman with Frank Thomas rookie. 94 Upper Deck Collector's Choice Series 1. Not a whole lot of value in here, but maybe get a nice gold signature card here, as well as an 89 Bowman. Have gotten a Griffey out of that box already, but still, hopefully, you never know, you might get another one. And then we also have the 94 Series 2 of Collector's Choice with Alex Rodriguez, which we've already gotten. There is a Jeter card in here, which I've already gotten, but again, maybe get a silver or gold signature version of one of those. Then we also have the 1990 Leaf Series 1, looking for Ken Griffey Jr. and Sammy Sosa rookies. And then our final one, I do know here, this kind of got opened by in the pack, in the box. So there is a Nolan Ryan card in here. Who knows whether it's an autograph or maybe find a Nolan, Michael Jordan SP1 in here, as well as potentially get a Chipper Jones or Mike Mussina rookie. So we are going to go ahead and open those here. And then in our higher tier packs, we've got two of each one here. We're going with the 1989 Donruss, trying to break my streak of not finding Griffey rookies. 91 Bowman, again, we've got Chipper Jones, Jim Tomei, Mussina, Ivan Rodriguez, Javi Lopez, and other rookies in here. Haven't had a lot of luck in these boxes, but some great cards in there. And then we have 1986 Donruss, looking for the Jose Canseco rookies, as well as Fred McGriff rookies. I'm skeptical whether this box was searched or not, but we'll never know until we open them up here. And then in our final ones, we do have two packs of 1989 Fleer. These are from two different boxes, so there is a chance to pull a couple nice cards here. This is an error box, so there is the potential to get the Bill Ripken F-Face error, as well as Ken Griffey Jr. and other nice rookies. So hopefully we're going to pull something nice. I've had a few bad videos in a row where I just haven't gotten very much, so hopefully we'll get something a little bit better this time. So we're going to start off with our lower tiers where we don't have high expectations of getting much. Just looking for some big names, not a lot of value, but still looking for some fun names here. So we'll start off with the 91 Donruss Series 2. And we're going to get a Russ Swan, a Tim Wallach, Jimmy Creamers, there's a Gerald Alexander, Neil Heaton, Rob Ducey, Mickey Tettleton, there's Kirby Puckett, Rich DeLucia, Roberto Kelly MVP, Jeff Montgomery, David Segui, Andy Benez, Kurt Stillwell, there is the Mr. Dirt and Mr. Clean, Dale Murphy and Lenny Dykstra, and then the Willie Stargell puzzle piece. So a few nice names there. That's pretty much all you can hope for in that set, because there's just really not a whole lot in 91. All the rookies didn't make it into the main sets here, especially with Donruss. So our next one is going to be 91 score, Series 1, looking for Musina rookie. Have not pulled any out of the packs yet from this box. We're going to start off with Kevin Gross, Tony Phillips, Mookie Wilson, Rick Parker. There's a Julio Franco All-Star, Ramon Martinez K-Man, Bo Jackson Rifleman, so that's always one of my favorite players, and everybody's favorite player, Bo Jackson, best athlete ever. And we have Eric Plunk, Steve Jeltz, Kevin Apier, so this seems to be a Royals pack, Mike Hartley, Rob Deere, Tim Burke, Craig Lefferts, Tim Belcher, and Gary Pettis. So not a bad pack. Again, not a lot of value in that unless you get the Musina, so not too bad there. So now we'll go to 88 Topps. Again, not a whole lot here. Looking for Matt Williams and Tom Glavine. We have the player that haunts me at the back, Kent Griffey. All right, we start off with Jeff Dedman, John Christensen, Kirk Gibson, Rafael Santana, Jack Clark, Gary Thurman, Kent Griffey, and those glasses that always creep me out. Propaganda piece. Mike Pagliarulo, Chuck Jackson, Floyd Bannister, Bill Gullickson, one of my favorite players, Keith Hernandez, Ray Sarich, Jerry Brown, and R.J. Reynolds. So nothing too great, but anytime you get a player you like, it makes it a valuable pack. So Keith Hernandez makes that a little bit valuable for me. So now we're going to go over to Studio, which I believe is the version of Glamour Shots for baseball cards, trying to get females interested in it, which obviously didn't work too much. We'll start off with Sid Bream, Oil Can Boyd, Andy Benes, Rob Dibble, looking like he's thinking of a prank or something that he can do on somebody. Wes Chamberlain looking pretty happy. Alvin Davis looking like he just got back from hitting a home run. Julio Franco smelling the bat. Ken Caminiti and Doug Drabeck with his mullet. And then finally Scott Garrelts. So nothing too great in that pack. And then moving ahead to the next year of 92 Studio. I'm going to go with Jeff Reardon, Deion Sanders, Lance Parrish, Sammy Sosa, Wes Chamberlain again, Mike Gallego, Steve Buechele, Jay Bell, Brent Main, Tim Wallach, Robin Yount, looking like a NASCAR pit crewman, and Anthony Young. So not a bad pack there. All right, and then we're going to go with 1990 Fleer. Not a lot. There are a few nice rookies in this pack, or the set here. But we'll start off with the Red Sox sticker. Bill Landrum, Alan Anderson, Andy Benes again, Dale Mahorek, Wally Joyner, George Canale, and Kevin Moss, which would have been a very high desired card in 1990. Mike Davis, Chad Kruder, Bryn Smith, Tom Flash Gordon, Tony Armas, Mike Dyer, Paul Osemacher, and Doyle Alexander. So not a great pack now, but it would have been nice back in 1990 with that Kevin Moss. All right, and then our last pack in Tier 1 is going to be 1990 Donruss. Go ahead and just rip into this wax pack, since these are really sticking together. I feel like I remember in 1990 having this issue with all their packs. But we'll go ahead and we'll start off with Harold Baines, which the error card was a highly sought after error card with the line through the star back in 1990, but unfortunately this does not have that error. Ted Power, Dan Pasqua, Mark Williamson, Kelly Mann, there's Harold Baines' base card. Ed Whitson Diamond Kings, Corey Snyder, Terry Bross, Von Hayes, Wally Backman, Greg Hibbard, Mark Thurmond, Rafael Belliard, Deion James, and Eric Hetzel. So not too much in that pack here. So that's it for Tier 1. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next stack. And we're going to start off with 1988 score. Looking for Tom Glavine rookies, Matt Williams, among a few others. But we'll start off with Ozzie Smith, Jose Cruz, Juan Samuel, Chris Bando, Moose Haas, Steve Lombardozzi, Kurt Stillwell, Rance Mulliniks, Wallace Johnson, Eric Schau, Steve Trout, Mark Clear, Charlie Palaio, Steve Farr, Tom Candiotti, Fernando Valenzuela, and Carlton Fisk. So quite a few big names there, but none of the desired rookies. But it's still not a bad pack. All right, so now we're going to go over to 1989 score, looking for Biggio, Larry Walker, Randy Johnson, among others. And we're going to start off with Von Hayes, Keith Moreland, Tim Tuffle, Don Baylor, Doc Gooden, Brian Harvey, Bo Jackson, which again makes this a great pack for me because I love Bo, Wally Backman, Harold Reynolds, Scott Bankhead, Mike Laga, David Palmer, Rick Anderson, Odell Jones, Dave Stapleton, and Franklin Stubbs. So not the greatest pack in the world, but some really good cards out of that one. Let's save this one here. Let's go ahead and move on to 1990 Upper Deck and see what we can pull out of here. We start off with Bobby Thigpen, Jack Clark, Nelson Santavania with Paul Gibson, with a very cheesy grin on his face, Andy McGaffigan, and Bryn Smith, Howard Farmer, Jim Leyritz, and we have a St. Louis Cardinals hologram, Dick Schofield, Mike Rochford, Rolando Rumas, Mike Scott, another Kevin Moss. This was the desired card in 1990 for a long time. I think this card was up to about $3 to $5 in value. Luis Salazar and John Cangelosi. So not a great pack now, but would have definitely been a great pack in 1990. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go to 1988 Donruss, looking for my first ever Roberto Alomar rookie card. Never owned one before. We'll start off with Tim Cruz, Dan Pasqua, Oil Can Void, Jay Aldrich, Frank Tanana, Jim Dwyer, Bob Sebra, John Pawlowski, Bill Buckner, Dave Meads, Terry Pendleton, Jeff Ballard, Mickey Hatcher Diamond Kings, Mark Davidson, Rick Leach, and Jerry Reed, not the country singer. So that was a pretty bad pack. And now we'll go ahead and open up the 1990 Topps, looking for that Frank Thomas, with that outside chance that it could be the rare no name on front if we find it. All right, but we had start off with Pete Incaviglia. There's Mickey Weston, Bobby Valentine, Tony Castillo, Carney Lansford, Jose De Jesus, Hensley Mullins, Dick Hauser, Turn Back the Clock, Propaganda Piece, Robin Yount, Junior Felix, Ramon Martinez, which would have been a nice card in 1990, Ernie Riles, Tony Fossa, Dave Schmidt, Steve Wilson, and Candy Maldonado. But nothing too great in that pack either. All right, so now we're going to go over to 1988 Fleer, trying to find that Edgar Martinez rookie. I have not seen one yet. And we're going to start off with Mariners and Astros stickers. Vicente Palacios, and there it is, Edgar Martinez. So the first Edgar Martinez rookie for Fleer that I've ever pulled, so definitely a nice pack. We go with Chili Davis, Alan Trammell, Mark Grant, Pete Stanisek, Mike Sharpison, Sharperson, Dennis Lamp, Tim Burke, Willie Wilson, Mario Davis and Clay Parker, 2 rookies I've never heard of, Mitch Williams, Mark Carrion, Don Sutton, and Mike Schmidt. So that was definitely a great pack. For 1988 Fleer standards, that was a great pack. Alright, so now we're going to go with 1990 score, trying to pull another Bo Jackson football baseball, Frank Thomas. I haven't pulled either one of those in a while, so it would be nice to pull one of those tonight here. But we're going to start off with Frank Tanana, Gerald Young, Lee Smith, Derek Lilliquist, Scott Gereltz, Bob Malacki, there's Barry Larkin, Dream Team, Mackie Sasser, Doug Drabeck, Joey Bell, would have been a nice card back in 1990, Junior Ortiz, Tom Henke, Mike Marshall, Wally Whitehurst, who I never liked for no reason of his own, Glenn Allen Hill, and Bernie Williams. So a couple nice cards in that pack, so can't complain about that one. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the 87 Donruss as the last in this stack here. But we're going to go ahead and move on to 1990 Bowman, looking for a Frank Thomas rookie. Well, a few other rookies in here. All right, and we get a Nolan Ryan artwork card. Jerry Goff, Hal Morris, Rob Deere, Rick Cerrone, Kyle Abbott, Dave West, who we recently lost from this world, Willie McGee, Craig Worthington, there's a Mo Vaughn, Bob Guerin, John Cerruti, Dave Hansen, John Eriks, and Kurt Schilling, which there has been stories that I've heard that he told somebody that he was hungover in this card, so not sure, can only take their word for it, that's what he said. But either way, interesting card there. So Kurt Schilling. Here, we're going to go ahead and go to 1989 Bowman. Move back a little bit in time. There's a Robin Ventura rookie card. Ron Jones. Jeff Bittinger. Mike Marshall. Bob Walk. Chuck Krim. There's a Yogi Berra reprint card. And this is Gerald Young. Rance Mullinax. There's Dave Cone, one of my favorite pitchers of all time. There's a Big Mac Mark McGuire, Spike Owen, and Juan Agosto. So I'd say that was a pretty decent pack there. All right, so let's go ahead and do the 2 Collector's Choice. We'll start off with Series 1. All right, and we'll start off with a Mark Hutton rookie card. Billy Wagner draft pick card, so that's a Billy Wagner rookie card, so that's definitely one of the nicer cards in the set. Alan Watson. Rob Butler. There's a Chad Curtis. Brad Ausmus. Kurt Abbott. Julian Tavares, who had a lot of hype with him when he first came up. That is a silver signature card for him. And then we go to Mike Stanley, Andujar Cedeno, and then our final 2 cards in the pack, we have Rich Amaral and Albie Lopez, another prospect who didn't live up to expectations there. So definitely not a bad pack at all with that Wagner card. So we're having a little bit better luck than I've had in a while here. We're not even to the big cards yet, so hopefully we'll have some really good luck in the final stack as well. All right, so the Series 2, it did break up a little bit more here. We got a Cecil Fielder team checklist with a Rafael Palmeiro. This is a Chad Hammond, or Chris Hammond, I should say. And then Trevor Hoffman, one of the best closers of all time. And we have the Wizard, Ozzie Smith, one of the best defensive players at any position of all time. And Danny Tartabull, one of my least favorite players, Roger Clemens. Pat Mahomes, the father of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. And then we have Dave Valley. And then we have a Johnny Damon rookie card, so that's a nice card to get. And then our signature card is Marvin Freeman, also a silver signature. So definitely a nice card there with the Johnny Damon. So we're having some pretty good luck so far. So I knew at some point my luck was going to have to change here, so it looks like we're having a pretty good night. We still have the big packs to go. All right, but we're going to go ahead with the 1990 Leaf, looking for the Griffeys and Sosas, as well as a few other cards. There's a lot of pretty nice cards here because it was an elite set. These were very expensive packs back in the day. I think they were running about $4 or $5 when most packs were going for about 75 cents to $1. And we start off with Doug Jones, a Ramon Martinez, which would have been a highly sought-after card in 1990. Scott Fletcher, Rafael Ramirez, Lance Parrish, Eric Davis, Rob Murphy, Andre Dawson, Craig Worthington, Nick Osaski, Tom Henke, Jeff Russell, Chris Sabo, Harold Reynolds, and Gary Carter. So nothing too great there, but definitely some pretty nice cards overall. All right, so now we're going to go with the 91 Upper Deck. Again, like I said, this pack kind of got mangled up a little bit, but the cards seem to be in good shape. We have a Nolan Ryan, not the autograph. And Louis Aquino, Lance Dixon, rookie card, Bill Wegman, Tim Leary, Houston Astros hologram, John Crook, Terry Pendleton, Todd Van Poppel, which would have been the card to have back in '91, and now it's one of the least desirable rookie cards. And then we have Lee Smith, Charlie Liebrant, Bobby Thigpen, Mike McFarland, Bob Ojeda, and Jimmy Key. So, other than the Nolan card, not a whole lot there. But it would have been an amazing pack with that Van Poppel back in 1991. All right, and technically I would say this is almost in the elite, or the higher end stack here, but we got a 1987 Donruss, probably actually better than these two, but we'll go ahead and open these up. Did just purchase a new box of these, so that should be coming in the next day or two, so we'll have a few more of the 87 Donruss. The back card kind of got mangled up a little bit there, but no big deal because not a valuable card. We're going to start off with Ken Gerhardt, Bill Wegman, Stan Javier with a unibrow, Jeff Calhoun, Roy Smalley, looking quite surprised, Jeff Stone, Bruce Hurst, Tim Flannery, Rich Gedman, Spike Owen, Dennis Powell, there's a Wade Boggs, which is a pretty nice card, Sean Dunston, Fred Lynn, and Ed Wojah. So not a lot there. But not a horrible pack either. So now we'll go ahead to our bigger cards with the more potential here. I've had horrible luck with these 89 Donruss, so let's see if we can break my streak here and actually get a Griffey Jr. So we're going to start off with Kirby Puckett, Jack McDowell, two nice cards to start off, Joe Orsulak, Felix Jose rookie, Alvin Davis, Jeff Reardon, Bobby Thigpen, Bob Malacky, Jeff Robinson, Ron Kittle, Mark Davis, George Brett Team MVP, Brian Harvey, and Pete Incaviglia Diamond King. So started out really good, but fizzled off right after that. So still no Griffey. Let's see if we can get it in this pack. All right, so in this pack, we are going to start off with Bo Jackson, another, again, great player, fan favorite, so great card overall. I don't remember getting a whole lot of Bo Jacksons either back when I opened up these boxes here. Then we go to Steve Sachs, Gary Reed, Dave Cohn, Diamond Kings, Ron Hassey, a John Smoltz rookie, Jack Morris, Cameron Drew, Tom Gordon, Bob Brindley, who, if you've seen my videos, he grew up across the street from my mom, so he's a fan favorite of mine. Ray Quinones, Craig Biggio rookie. So this is a great pack. The only thing missing is a Griffey Jr. Scott Bales, Dave Righetti, and Carmelo Martinez. So despite not getting a Griffey, we got two of the other bigger rookies in here, with the Craig Biggio and the well, not the Bo Jackson, but getting a Bo Jackson, and as well as John Smoltz. So really good pack there. All right, so we're going to go to 1991 Bowman, looking for the Jim Thome and Chipper Jones rookies, among other rookies that are in this set. And we're going to start off here with Nico Rizzo, who I am a Mets fan, and I've never heard of him before. Tom Pagnozzi, Vance Law, Rob Deere, Julio Franco, Pete O'Brien, Junior Felix, Ever Magallanes, another person I've never heard of. We have Donnie Baseball, Tom Nevers, Warren Cromartie, Carl Everett, Pat Tabler, and Don Slaught. So a few rookies in there, but not what I would consider a high value pack. And then our last 91 Bowman card or pack here. And we're going to go here and have Ricky Henderson, stolen base leader. Mike Heath, Tom Candiotti, Jesse Barfield. There's a Pete Harnish, Bob Malacky, Mike Linsky, Doug Drabeck, Adam Heisdu, William Suero, David Howard, Dan Smith, Mike Jeffcoat, and Bobby Rose. So the big elite guys elude me once again. So now we'll go ahead and go to the 86 Donruss again. I'm not sure if this is a searched box or not. I have my doubts, but only one way to find out is to keep opening up the packs. It could just be that there's just very little wax in this series. I don't know, because I never really opened up any of them. But we'll go ahead and see what we've got. We have Dave Concepcion, Rick Shue, Jay Baller, Dreaded Checklist, Kurt Kempshire, Tony Phillips, Bill Stein, Scott McGregor, Tim Tuffle, Danny Darwin, Bob Kipper rookie, Ken Howell, there's Lee Smith, Steve Henderson, and Billy Sample. So nothing to change my mind so far that I still feel that this is a searched box. All right, and then in our second pack here, we have Lou Whitaker, Mark Bailey, Roger McDowell, Tom Runnels, Larry Herndon, Randy Reddy, Bill Scherer, Lonnie Smith, Tom Nieto, Mark Thurman, Keith Moreland, Tom Waddell, there's a Corey Snyder rookie, George Frazier, and Frank DePino. So still not getting many big names at all out of these packs here. Opened up a couple off camera, did pull a Dwight Gooden, but that's so far the best card that I pulled out of about 6 or 7 packs. So still leaning towards it. That is a searched box, however. These I know are not searched, and I know that they are error boxes here. So we're going to look for the Bill Ripken error and Ken Griffey Jr. rookies, and among other cards. But here we go with Terry Kennedy, Glenn Davis, Dave Parker, Jack Clark, Tommy John, Mike Maddox, Ruben Sierra, Dale Murphy, Mark Davis and Dwight Gooden, Denny Walling, Ron Washington, Ron Darling, Doug Sisk, Darrell Hamilton, and Bill Pecota. So nothing too great there. And in our final pack here, last chance for something big tonight, even though we've had some pretty good, nice cards. All right, and we start with a Blue Jay sticker, Richard Dotson, Alan Ashby, Jack Howell, John Cerruti, Lance Blankenship, Bob Dernier, Jim Clancy, Bobby Bonilla, Juan Berenger, an Alan Trammell All-Star card, Dreaded Checklist, Tom Prince, Steve Alboni, Terry Pendleton, and Roger Clemens with a little bit of wax stain. So the Big packs were a little bit more of a letdown here. Did still have some nice cards in the lower level packs here. So overall, I'd say this was a fun opening here. So I appreciate everybody stopping in and joining me. Please like and subscribe. Hopefully we can get this page to start growing a little bit more, but I appreciate your support and watching the videos. Please comment, let me know what you like. Let me know any cards that I may have missed that have value. If there's any error cards in some of these sets that you know of, let me know. 'Cause a lot of them I'm unfamiliar with, and I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything big. But I appreciate everybody stopping in. I hope everybody has a great night, and hope to see everybody again soon.